Hey guys, Brett Lagasse here again, and whoo, have the Dolphins had a busy week. My goodness. All right, so Ryan Tannehill goes down, and that's been the news. Well, let me get back to that. I don't even know where to start. It's been so crazy. So I guess Ajayi took some shots from Lawrence Timmons, T.J. McDonald, and Dominican Sue. But they think it was the hit from T.J. McDonald that gave him a concussion. I think it's actually, although I didn't want Ajayi to get a concussion, but it's pretty cool to see that T.J. McDonald's coming along strong, and literally he's hitting people, he's laying the wood. So now you got two enforcers in the secondary. Hopefully he can come back week 9 and keep that up. So, but Ajayi with a concussion. We already know Pouncey's out. So then Ajayi's in concussion protocol. The silver lining there, Kenny Drake, Damian Williams, Devian Smith, Storm Johnson are all going to get their fair share. Kenny Drake, I guess, has been carrying the Lions' load, which is good. I think he has a lot of potential. Very similar to a Matt Forte kind of running back. Tall, not overly bulky, more of a lengthy build. I think he's probably a little more slender than Forte, but similar builds. And he can play wide receiver. He could, definitely with the injury concerns too. So I guess it really is the same as Forte. But he can carry the load. I like to see what he does. I like to see how he handles the load in next Thursday in place of Ajayi. And then obviously Damian Williams, we know he's a little bit of a versatile back. But what can he do with a bigger load? That's yet to be seen. So at least these running backs are now getting valuable reps. We know what Ajayi can do. And he just needs to rest, stay healthy, because we're going to need him for the season because Tannehill's down. Yay. Oh, so much hope for the season, and down the toilet it goes, but not so fast. Dolphin fans, go with me. Ready? Breathe. It's not going to be so bad. I really like Matt Moore. In 2011, he took over as a starter. Remember, the Dolphins, I think, were winless at this point. When he took over, he started 12 games for the Dolphins, went 6-6 as a starter, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. But I know last year he's 2-1, and then let's not blame him for the game against Pittsburgh because actually he did a pretty good job. He kept him in the game at the end. He was battling at the end, and he's a gutsy SOB. I mean, it took the shot and he came back. The Dolphins brass should have pulled him. And concussion protocol, whatever, yada yada. But the fact that he came back, he shows he's tough. We're stupid, one of the two. But no, Matt Moore, if you ever see this, I'm kidding. No, he's a tough guy, and I love his attitude. I love how he didn't wish for Tannehill to go down. He's not sitting there saying, "All right, good, now I got my starting job." He said he felt sick. But if he starts, I mean, he's 8-7 as a Dolphin starter. Obviously, we're not looking at like a 12-4 record with him, but at least it'll still give the receivers a chance to grow. It'll give the running backs a chance to grow the offensive line. So I don't think they're going to lose a whole lot with him as a starter, but another 8-8 year kind of thing. And I kind of didn't taste very good coming out. Another boring year. Yay! But then there's Jay Cutler. Now, I know some of you were clamoring for Colin Kaepernick, but here's part of the problem with Colin Kaepernick. Let's ignore the political nonsense. I'm not going to get into that anymore. Let's ignore the Fidel Castro shirt that pissed off the Cuban community in Miami because that was a big deal. But let's ignore that for now. I'm saying that Colin Kaepernick would have been the second choice behind Cutler for the simple fact of Cutler knows the system. Cutler had one of his most efficient years and probably his best years of pro under Adam Gase. So that's actually something that I would actually look for. And it seems to be, from the reports I saw, that Cutler is actually, he reached out to the Dolphins. Adam Gase reached back out. Cutler did say he wouldn't want to join a team once the season began. However, he mentioned that Tony Romo made sense because, for example, if Tony Romo has to step in, or if Dak Prescott goes down, and Dallas gives Tony Romo a call. Well, Romo, he's familiar with the coach. He's familiar with the system. It's just familiar, just bringing him back. So for Cutler, for him, it wasn't going. He didn't want to go to the Jets or somebody else just right in the middle of the year. But this is a little different. This is kind of like the Tony Romo situation. He's not familiar with the team, but he knows the system. He knows Gase. He knows some of the coaches. Don't forget we had Fales, who actually was the backup to Cutler and played under Gase in 2015. So that's a little bit of familiarity. And Fales has been in the system for, probably a couple months since they signed him. So at least he can kind of help Cutler out too as well. Kind of work with him, maybe some of the changes that happened. So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys, I'm a little lost for thought right now. I guess wasn't expecting to do a week report on the Dolphins and talk about nothing but injuries, and the game hasn't even been played yet. So, but that's so Dolphins, right? I don't know, guy. Cutler, it is what it is. I mean, if you're not excited about Cutler, I don't blame you. I'm not excited about Cutler. The Bears weren't excited about Cutler. They were excited when he finally stepped away. But at the same time, he knows Gase's system. He's a veteran. He's a gambler, but we know that he'll throw it up for Parker to go get it. He'll throw it up for Julius Thomas to go get it. He's not afraid to throw the football. He's not going to back down from any of the teams. So he's not going to back down from New England or any of the tough teams we'll face. So that's definitely a good thing. So I guess only time will tell. And if Cutler does get hurt, which he has a history of being hurt, look for Matt Moore obviously to fill in just fine. But right now, Matt Moore's he killed it today. The reports are saying he was on fire today. But that's Matt Moore. That's how he is in practice. He's definitely a showman. He definitely kills in the practice. So try to keep your heads up. I mean, the season's not over. Don't count it over yet. I still like Gase. I still think he's a good coach. I still think Cutler might be a step down from Tannehill at this point. Definitely with the interceptions, but is it really like a huge decrease? I don't know. Now, Cutler doesn't have quite the weapons that he did in Chicago, the bit size of receivers. However, he still has some weapons to play with here. So, I don't know. I'd give it a chance. Just at least try to anyway. Defensively, though, Raekwon McMillan's turning heads. So we'll get to some positives. Raekwon McMillan's turning heads at middle linebacker. He's shown out to be a stud. Lawrence Timmons is free at outside linebacker. They're saying he's playing fast. He's playing strong. He said he feels free, feels loose, like he has a little bit more freedom to kind of blitz, to kind of use a little bit more of his repertoire to actually find the ball carrier. He said he has more vision outside, has more flexibility to roam around. But McMillan seems to be calling the signals. He seems to be having everything, getting the defense in position. He seems to be at the right spot all the time. The defensive line looks like it's moving fast. From what I'm seeing, it's playing fast off the ball. So I don't know if that's bad on the offensive line. But speaking of offensive line, one more negative. Ted Larson, possible torn biceps, most likely done for the year. So now the offensive guard position is looking like Jermon Bushrod, Isaac Asiata, Craig Urbick, possibly Anthony Steen. But I think Steen's just kind of like a backup to all three inside spots. But look for Urbick, Asiata, and Bushrod to battle for the guard spots. And Bushrod to obviously be the backup swing tackle. My ideal guards, I think, would be Asiata and Urbick for now. And then Bushrod as a swing tackle, but only time will tell. But I think Asiata's just kind of found his way to the starting role now. Although with Pouncey out, that still is a little scary right now. But we shall see. Let's see what else is going on. Let's end in a positive. Man, it feels like so much negative, doesn't it? God, excuse me. I need to take a drink for this negative. I wish it was a beer. Excuse me. Sorry. So, then end on a positive note. Apparently, Juwan James and Larry Tunsil are looking good. They are giving the defensive ends a little bit of fits, so that is a good thing. It seems like both of them showed up in shape, showed up ready to go. Leonte Carew and Devontae Parker, which is the fluff piece of Parker you guys heard. Both of them are actually showing up ready to go. Both showed up as different players. Ajayi, again, he showed up ready to go like last year. So obviously there's a lot to see here. a lot that we're going to have to figure out from here on out to figure out what's going to happen with this quarterback situation. The defense is going to have to play hard now, and the quarterback situation, they're going to have to run the football. So they need Ajayi healthy so they can run the football. If for some reason Cutler isn't signed and they sign Kaepernick, there's a bright side of that. Some of the offense will have to be tailored more to Kaepernick, but there was some running plays designed for Tannehill that Kaepernick will probably run. Obviously, I think he'll run them better than Tannehill would run them. Not that Tannehill did a bad job running the ball. However, Kaepernick is obviously a lot faster and more athletic in that sense. But there are some things that they had to take away as far as his throwing. He isn't exactly the most talented thrower. His release is a little long. But there are some things he could do well. He does find the outside receivers, but he doesn't do so well with the tight end. So that's something he'll have to get better at. But if Kaepernick does sign, the run game should succeed and actually should benefit pretty well from it. So we'll see what happens. It's not necessarily a bad thing if Cutler signed. He knows the system, has his most efficient year, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, like 3,500 yards. So that's a respectable year. I mean, that's still kind of better than most of Tannehill's years as far as touchdown-interception ratios go. I think that's about the same as Tannehill did last year. So, I mean, give it a chance. I think he'll do just fine, and can't be any worse, right? What's the worst you do? And with a top 10 pick, you have a young, talented, upcoming team with a good coach, and you end up with a top 10 pick. That's not too bad. I mean, it sucks to see once again, but what are you gonna do? But that's it for me, guys. I know this video is a little crazy, not exactly formal or anything, but hey, that's me. I'm crazy. Let's have fun with it. Let's just keep having fun. Let's enjoy the season. Preseason is among us, and let's remember, football is back, ladies and gentlemen. That's the important part. Yeah, we got something to talk about. We got some fun to have. We can watch football again. And Miami fans, load up on the beer this year. You're probably going to need it. I got a full beer fridge in the garage. I need it this year. In fact, I don't know what I'm doing talking to y'all. I'm getting a beer. See you later.